Alright, we're here with Athreos. I finally got a mythic, and I have crafted Athreos. It's a similar deck. It's actually very similar to the Kaya list. In fact, Kaya is in this deck. But I really wanted to try this before I played Kaya, but I just didn't own it at the time. Now I do. There's less creatures and more removal spells because I'm more focused on stealing my opponent's creatures with Athreos than I am playing my own. Uh, I took out so I took out some creatures and I added more mana rocks and stuff because we now have a 6 mana commander, which is kind of tough to get into play at a reasonable time, but not impossible. Um, I have a, I guess, arguably for the first time, threw in some like meta calls, like easy prey and foul play, just to deal with like Brawl and Keenan specifically to kill them early. I feel like that's kind of good, and those cards sort of replace themselves, right? Which was the second one. This can literally just replace itself as if it doesn't do anything, and foul play can like kill a token or something, and you still get to replace it eventually. It's a little bit slower. It is a sorcery, but I like it. I am running Thematic Compass. I like the idea that I can keep getting lands. This can be activated on your opponent's end step, so I can leave up removal spells if they don't do anything. I can basically draw a card. Draw a card of somewhat of my choosing. Still running the Field of the Dead thing. I think it's totally justifiable in a two-color deck, so let's see what happens. Oh yeah, like and subscribe. I actually just replaced my... I just edited the Kaya list to do this. I didn't like make a whole new deck because there's so much overlap. They probably go in each other's deck like every time, I would assume. It's more of a Super Friends list. You do lose some value because Athreos can target your creatures, but I would like to have a more dense range of removal spells and answers, and then just basically kill our opponent with their own creatures. If they're a creatureless deck, we're kind of in trouble. You can't steal someone's commander unless they decline to put it in the command zone. What are we up against here? Okay, we're against the artifact thing. We have Phyrexian Arena, which is huge. I have a tutor and a sweeper. Interestingly, I have no board... I have no spot removal spell. And there's a ton of these in here. Esper Sentinel is probably the best thing they could do turn one against us. It will probably draw a couple cards too. Wow, that's really good. It's also a different... It's an odd cost card when this is an even. When this is an even, excuse me. Okay. Sure. They're running Fountain of Renewal. I guess that's good news. It's not a card we're particularly in any way, shape, or form scared of. I think I'm going to lead with a second swamp. Yeah, that makes sense. I want to play this last because once you choose, you can't change it. It's probably going to be white, but, there's no reason to play it right now. I might wind up drawing Phyrexian Obliterator and want 4 swamps. One of my very few creatures that will probably instantly die, but you never know. So if they sacrifice something that... They'll probably sacrifice... Well, I don't know. I don't know what they'll sacrifice, honestly. This is a good draw, though, and I can pay for this. So I like where we are now. Right? Yeah, and I have to do it right now to avoid them tapping in response, because... Oh, it is a sorcery. It is a sorcery. Okay, so I could do it. I could kill it on their upkeep or something, but I really don't see a reason to do that. If I were to say so myself. Okay, some more colorless. Please go for your commander again. I feel like this deck doesn't do much without its commander. It's your only source of like serious card draw. This actually draws cards too, which is very annoying, actually. Alright, yeah, I'm playing this now. Like, it's going to draw a card if I cast this because of stupid Esper Sentinel. If this wasn't in play, this would be a lot easier. I could take a turn off and cast this. I don't know what they could get that... It has to be an artifact. No, let's just let them draw a card. That's fine. Esper Sentinel is really annoying, but oh well. I could have played the Dragon's Hoard in Tapland, and then next turn had Athreos in play. But that's a few turns in a row with this being able to do things, which I don't want to have happen. Oh, scrying right now. Oh, what if I Fate Seal? Okay, so they probably put a land on top. They pretty much have to. I kept this card in because I still think it's really good to just name your opponent's commander. It's also kind of funny. It does mean they get to draw a card with their Esper Sentinel if I do that, because I don't want to pay 1 if I want to have 2 untapped to cast Silencer. Silencer isn't... I mean, it blocks this, it prevents this, but it's not super relevant. I could just name Odd. No, you know what? We're going to do this. And we're going to... Let's see, they're drawing a land next turn. That's, I assume, what they scryed on top, because they kind of need one. Or a mana rock. So if I... This is tough. Alright. We're going to let them draw. I want to play this, and I want to name Oswald. Oswald Fiddlebender. What is he, a gnome? Oh, he is a gnome. How many gnomes are in Magic the Gathering? Like 4? There's a lot of dwarves. Huh. That's like a World of Warcraft last name. Fiddlebender. Well, I guess all gnomes have something to do with, like, tinkering. Oh, so I assume this is what they top decked here. Replicating Ring. Alright, this is... The Foundry Inspector just gave them 3 mana for the turn. Wow. It made this cost 1 less, this, and this. That was really, really, really good. They probably don't even need this anymore, so they assume it's like a fair trade, and I somewhat agree. Oh, no, they want to keep it. This is good, too, because you can sacrifice it and get the ping. And then kill this. Yeah, there's some pretty good sauce going on here. Could just get this in play now. It is my end step, right? Yep. So, I get a coin counter immediately. They really don't have many answers to this. There's like 2 O-rings. Or maybe like 4 O-rings, because there's like a couple on 3 and a couple on 4 mana. Now, of these, I expect this one to die first from our opponent's shenanigans. But I would like this to die. Now, we're just going to put it here. This seems like it makes sense. Unlike the black-green dude, who like puts bounty counters, you can spam these, because you can only have 1 bounty counter at a time, but you can have endless coin counters. Oh, they literally have one. Okay. Fortunately, it doesn't do much. In fact, I'm going to let it stay under there. Right, this is enchantment. Yep. So, let it stay under the O-ring. Yeah, I don't think the coin counter does anything when Athreos isn't here. Could surprise our opponent, but I don't have any way to give it, like, devotion, so not doing much with it. Yep. And we have a lot of time, which is nice. I'd like to do it now, so I can get another coin counter. Yep. Gonna keep paying for this Esper thing. Put it here. This is the most likely thing to attack. And this... It just can't attack, and I can't kill it right now, so... I'm pretty sure Cleansing Nova is in my deck. If I ever, like, tutor for it and cast it, I think I just win. Oh, wow. They can Ujin -6. I wonder if they will. Alright. They got rid of the problem card. Now I kind of have to put it in the command zone. But I feel like we're still in a decent spot, honestly. I don't know. Esper Sentinel's out of the way. Ujin's on 1. Lightning bolt me a couple times. They seem extremely frightened of my commander, which I guess is beneficial. Especially with, like, my commander is very far from becoming a creature. And the creatures that I would be stealing are really not that, like, threatening. Like, they don't really have to be scared of these 2 cards coming into play under my control. This is also a good top deck, by the way. Of these, I kind of want to do this now. Probably. Yeah, I'm not scared of, like, a... Yeah. And then we can get Cleansing Nova. If it's in my deck, it should be. Please be in my deck. Thank God. I won't get these. I mean, we'll find out in a second if I get these with the coin counters, but I don't think I do. But I'm going to blow up everything, which is great. Hopefully they tap low. They don't cycle these 2. I can't kill Blinkmoth Nexus. So if they go Commander, then untap next turn, they can activate and sacrifice this, but they only get a 1 mana? Yeah, 1 mana artifact. Kind of starting from square one. Assuming they have no artifacts in hand. I assume over half their deck is artifacts, so they probably play this turn and then a big artifact next turn. I could just kill all creatures, but the downside is I don't get any of these artifacts off the board. All in the name of just killing their commander, which is probably wrong. Something's telling me it's not entirely wrong. If I'm scared of their commander, I could just do this. Name even. What am I losing when I cast this? I do lose 2 creatures, or 2 enchantments. One of them's useless, and the other's a Menosaurus. We're just gonna do this. That's fine. So if they have an artifact, which they probably do, we can hopefully... Let's see, if it's a 4 mana artifact, and then they sacrifice it for 5 mana artifact, and it's not a creature, this is kind of useless. Maybe we could have played this a little bit different. I don't know. This is a weird matchup. Okay, that is not an artifact. Oh, they don't have one. Okay. Fortunately, this is not even. Alright, so I'm going to play this, I'm going to play this. Do I play a Phyrexian Arena, or do I kill their commander? They have shown to not have an artifact, excuse me. So I guess I'll just run this out. We are getting slightly low. That was their draw for the turn. That unlocks Meteor Golem. Oh, okay, what's this? Okay, I don't think they want to sacrifice that as an artifact. Yeah, that doesn't seem like something they want to do. This is a problem now. Blinkmoth kills us. Oh, not anymore. Okay, so we can name Odd. And then even. Or something cheap like this. And then they can hit me with Blinkmoth. And then Phyrexian Arena puts me to 1. And I have to find a way to gain life or something. Unless they just go for their... Well, they can't. They can't. They're very far from that. Cast it. Oh, okay. Blinkmoth is a 2/2, not a 3/3. You can make a knight. Okay. They did it at sorcery speed. Did they have to do that? They did not. Okay. I guess it really doesn't matter. The Blinkmoth would kill me regardless. Um, I can cast this, but I apparently need to cast this so I don't die. Let's crack here. Not sure how I get out of this. I can't even cast this now. Teferi's Protection buys me 1 turn. I really don't know what I can get. I can't even cast Grim Tutor now. Opponent's saying good game. Apparently does not have Teferi's Protection in their mono white deck. This does save me, I'm pretty sure. This is the whole point of the card. Pretty sure this saves me. I gain protection or something from everything. Yeah. Alright, can't cast that. That doesn't help me. I can kill the token, but then they can make another one on my end step. This doesn't have devotion. I can't block flying. Let's just see what their hand was. We're dead. Double Sweeper and an Ancestral Statue. Okay. Well, yeah, good game. That's that. That sucks. Probably could have played that a little different. Tutored for a different card? Honestly, the fact they had Ujin was very good. Like, for them not drawing cards, they did draw very good cards, unfortunately. And the artifact discount, the first artifact discount thing, did some serious work on, like, a single turn cycle. And I kind of just fell behind, honestly. Oh, Tinybones. Tinybones, nice. This is another commander I'd like to play. Pretty straightforward, though. I feel like the games are very fast. You just empty your opponent's hand, and then you just activate Tinybones twice, and they die. Okay, probably take Idyllic Tutor. I would, at least. I would never take a removal spell when you assume your opponent has a ton of them. You just take something like this, because you never know what that could get. Alright, I have the worst mana base for this Phyrexian Obliterator, but I guess it's in hand. Yeah. We have Faceless Haven and we have Field of the Dead. I think Field of the Dead is a better avenue here, so I'll take the one of. Tinybones. Okay. I cannot immediately kill it. Not even close. Interesting card here. This does work. I was saying if you sacrifice your commander, but this just needs soul counters. It doesn't need the creatures tucked under it or anything like that. Okay, no removal. I mean, they did not have a discard spell, which is quite surprising. I'll force them to recast Tinybones. They also tapped off of Hostile Hotel when I don't think they had to. Tap, tap. Yeah, they did not have to get off this card's ability for the turn. They could have sacrificed Tinybones. Tap both swamps. Yeah, they could have done that. Yeah. They didn't. They also can't this turn either, but we really need to draw land, and it pretty much has to be a black source. Because if you settle a commander, it'll just... like, you give them the land to recast it, and that's obviously not good. Okay, that is not what happened. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player discards a card. Okay, so the worst one is probably this. That was a funny draw. What makes this bigger? How do they do that? Creatures in all graveyards. Okay, so if I don't kill this soon, it could very well grow out of control. So I guess I will. It also lets me see my opponent's hand, and at the same time avoid this getting discarded. And I am literally not doing anything else anyways. That is the only thing I can do. But I would much rather kill Tinybones with it. It's hard to keep this deck off of card draw, but they've only cast one discard spell so far. Kind of interesting. Now, me killing it meant that they did not discard a card. Okay, their hand is really bad. These cards are really not great against us. This does kill Obliterator, but I'm sure if I try to keep Obliterator alive, I'm going to... It's quite an uphill battle. Okay, pass. kind of want to kill this. We'll see. They go to cast Tinybones. I don't know. Let's see what they do. If they cast Tinybones, sacrifice another draw. Okay. I'd rather them not continuously draw. Yeah, we're just going to do this. They did a pre-combat too, so we didn't take 2 damage. But they probably wanted to leave up that card and not swing just to have this. Alright, I think it's... Judging from our opponent's hand, it's probably way more sensible to just kill this now. Before they can sacrifice it to this stupid thing. And then this is very difficult to deal with if they leave up 4 mana and it keeps phasing out. I have not got this card to work. I think it was in this deck at some point, but I just got rid of so many creatures. Sacrifice this, target opponent discards a card. Okay. Sure. I don't think we care about that. I would rather... I choose what I discard. I'm probably going to discard Obliterator, honestly. We're going to run this out. If they kill it, that's fine. They have the removal spell in hand. I don't think... Oh, maybe that was backwards. Maybe I should have took the removal spell. But now, I don't know. Now I forced them to use removal spell on Murderous Rider. And Phyrexian Obliterator is still in my hand. This seems pretty good. In fact, the fact that I did it in this order would make me question even casting the removal spell. Okay, they did have a second one. I do have some enchantments, which is funny. This can't actually deal with them. But if I play Obliterator and this is their only answer, and they have even cards in play, that is also not great for them, so I guess I'll do that. That seems fine. Waste not. Okay. Alright. Alright. Discard a card. I can't cast this, but they know about this, and they also have a sweeper. This is probably not great here. It is my only answer to Tinybones coming back into play, though. Can they cast Tinybones immediately? Waste not gives them 2 mana if I discard this? No, it doesn't. It just lets them draw a card, which is also very bad. I don't think I care about a zombie. Yeah, I don't think we care about a zombie, and again, they do have an answer to it. It's not great, but neither is this, honestly. That is decent, because Waste Not is very, very, very good. If they ever start finding discard spells, it is very good. Yeah. Feels kind of weird, but I think I kind of have to do that. Something's telling me this zombie's going to do damage for a while. Probably. I can surprise block with the man land, maybe, if they aren't paying attention. Barring no removal spell. If they have a removal spell, I'm screwed. Okay, I'm dumb. It costs 5 mana, not 3 or 4, so I just put this out in the open for no reason. Yep. Of course, and they drew a literal answer to it, because why wouldn't they? As long as I have Kaya's Wrath in hand, they can't go for their commander. I might as well get the last card out of their hand. Yeah, that was very bad. That was one of the worst things I could have done. Like, do I need another land? I can get Athreos into play at this point. Probably makes sense. Because you do want to play off the top of your deck more often than not against a deck like this. Oh, really? Really? Wow. Okay. Okay. I did not expect them to play that in the face of that Kaya's Wrath. I really didn't. It is close to just literally killing me. Of these two, this is doing literally nothing this turn cycle. I guess I'll just pop this. And I'll activate it now. Get a land of a white caliber. Yeah, black. Yeah, that's fine. Now, I can keep the land in hand because this can't if I have no cards, this can't do its thing. And I'd like the card to be the land, right? Like, if there's going to be a card sitting in my hand forever, I'd like it to be a land. It also means as long as I stay under the land threshold, this won't flip, and I can continuously do this, which seems really nice. So I'm basically drawing 2 cards a turn. Until I don't have to anymore. Okay. Yeah, it seems like a good spot to be in, actually. This is kind of interesting. Yeah, we just keep doing this. Yeah, alright. I mean, shoot. I'll probably play a land next turn because I want to play my commander soon. Castle Lockvein means we're kind of off of this plan here. Make me discard 2 cards? Okay, we'll just do that. That's fine. I guess another good thing about this card is it gives me dead cards to flip. To pitch constantly, which is kind of hilarious. Alright, I'd like my commander in play, so I think I'll take a turn off here. Because they really don't have an answer to this. And I'll play this as my land. Yeah, that's fine. We'll flip the compass. That's fine. There's only so many lands I can get. And they're gonna start drawing a ton of cards. Well, I guess not a ton. I mean, this can kill you. Okay, sure. It's funny because Tinybones is good when I have no hand, and at the same time I can continuously kill Tinybones. Alright, so now they're going to start doing that. That makes sense because obviously it dies before this happens and I steal it and they don't want that. My hand is abysmal. Is there anything I can do? Can't foretell anything? Nope, my hand is just very bad. They can sacrifice Tinybones over and over. If that's what you do in this spot, I don't know. Mind Rots are good again, unfortunately. Each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards, you draw and lose. Okay, so they're just doing this now. Probably going to sacrifice it immediately so I don't do its thing. Hey, I think we're going to die to this weird manland. It also makes sense to wait to sacrifice your creatures. Like, you can do it if I don't do anything my whole turn, and then you wait for the Athreos coin trigger. Because I might have to kill it anyways. Discards 2 cards. All of these are quite similar, so I guess I'll get rid of these 2. Yeah, maybe I wanted to keep the compass around. So I can keep getting lands. Because we don't really have to worry about commander tax this game. Like, once this is in play, it's done. I don't really need to keep playing lands. Like, 6 is enough. Especially when we're top decking. I'm only really playing 1 card a turn. Yeah, it probably made a ton of sense to stay on 6 lands and just keep this as a whatever you call it. But I think we're going to lose to this. You may exile a creature card from your graveyard. Each opponent loses life, and you gain equal to the number of cards exiled with it. Which the first time will be 1, the second time will be 2. Funny. I feel like Vampire would be the other creature type, right? Non-angel, non-demon, not non-devil, non-dragon, but not non-vampire. Actually, looking at it, the creature types in this almost feel kind of random. Demons and dragons, big flying things. Angels also. Devils, not so much. There's not really giant flying devils in this game here. I would like to attempt to put the coin counter on this, and they're probably going to kill it. They did not. Really? They did not kill it. Wow. Okay. Huh. That's weird. Because now I get it, right? Like, if they sacrifice it, I get it. Discards 2 cards, and you get a 2/2 zombie. Alright, so now we sort of have to do this. And then they just sacrifice it to the manland. But we get it, though. And it's not a bad card to have in play right now. Because we have no card in hand. We actually get to draw a card off of this. That was a really weird sequence of, like, of all the creatures to not immediately sacrifice, this was probably the worst one to do that with. Because it gives me value. Barring it doesn't die. Oh, what? Wait a minute. That did not get a soul counter for... Oh, excuse me, never mind. They only did it once. Right. For some reason I thought they sacrificed this to it, but they literally just didn't do that. Alright, I guess we're sending in the beats. They have a castable card and it's 2 mana. Not much I can do about it, though. Another funny thing about this is this will put a coin counter on it again. So it's not really ever going to die. Oh, never mind. It died. Is there any merit to... No. I was going to say, is there any merit to just killing it in response to that, but I don't think so. How much does this... Okay, so this stays as a creature in play. It's not something you keep activating once it's a creature. So if I can force to phase it out a couple times, I can deal with it probably. Oh, they went for Tinybones. Okay, so this is a very good spot. We can mind control it. Yeah, this seemed like an odd thing here for our opponents to do. We can mind control it, then we can mortify it before they untap. They have a 1 mana spell that's castable. I'm putting a stop here. So we let that resolve, and then I... Oh, right, we just explained how this actually doesn't work. Right, I forgot. It actually doesn't work, because they can send it to their command zone, so I don't mind control their commander. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I should have Oath of Kai'd it. That was my bad. Obviously, this would have been better. This is a very funny game. This is very funny. Like, I can't even get many games in a time frame because of just constantly doing this. Because of this one game's lasting like 20 minutes. But that's alright, because I like games like this. Games that don't end pretty quickly. We're both playing like these weird removal heavy decks. Alright, I'll scry now, I guess. That is another answer to what's going on. Do I want it, though? How much mana does this cost? 12? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think we're going to keep this on top for now. Which is, honestly, a reason you don't scry on your own turn. I just sort of made a mistake. Like, this is exactly why you don't do that. Okay, they activated the Manland. It is a even cost card. It is an even cost card. We can pull out of combat, but that wasn't the problem. The problem is it's just exiling creatures over and over and draining us to death. I don't know if when they phase it out, if that removes the coin counter or counters the coin counter. I have no idea. I'm sure we'll find out in a second. It costs 4 mana to phase this out. Opponent has no reason to do anything for the rest of the game as long as this is in play. I'm pretty sure phasing it out means this doesn't work. Probably should have scried that away, but... Oh well, I guess we're passing now. Right? Yeah, there's not much I can do. I want to see what happens when I go to put a coin counter on this. You might as well attempt to phase it out now. There's no reason not to. Just to see what happens. Okay, so it does not get a coin counter. Weird. That is a very weird card. Creeping in. Pretty good with Field of Dead, I guess. Which is kind of unfortunate, but... Do I have a creature in my... No, it doesn't. Okay. How many creatures do they have in their graveyard? Oh. Oh, wow, they have 1 creature in their graveyard. So creeping in actually is not doing any damage to us at all, because we can keep pushing it out of combat. That's actually really funny. And now I don't have to put coin counters on it. I can just go for the zombies. It doesn't do anything, but it's funny. Yeah, they have no creatures in their deck, in their graveyard. It's just not doing anything. Okay, they don't go for their commander. They're just leaving up infinite phase outs. I'm going to scry on my upkeep. Languish. Languish would not change the texture of my hand. Neither does that. Sweet Lord. Okay. Do I just stop a zombie from hitting me? Because the more cards I have in hand, the more likely... No, we're just going to pass. I think we'll just wait a turn. God, this is such a weird card. It's so weird. They're also running out of activations of Castle Lockvein. It's running its course. Shoot, if they got low enough, I wonder if I could have surprised Oath of Kai'd them. Yep, untap this. It is really, really unfortunate that this game may end to just Field of the Dead zombies. That's kind of lame. Especially how I have a Field of the Dead of my own and I just never drew it. In these decks that like can't look for lands. You know, we don't have like any ramp spells or really any way to get that. Other than like 2 tutors or something. Kind of an unfortunate thing. This can't target... I mean, I have to target this like 6 times to keep it from doing its thing. And I don't think I can do that, so I'll start here. Fracture's decent. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, we're back. Okay. Complain enough and you get what you want. That's why kids do it. And I'm still a kid. Right? I'm a kid, please. Okay, they can do it 2 more times, so I can't stop this. I wonder if the coin trigger even attempts to target it, because there's no valid targets in play right now. Oh, well, actually, there is now, because I made a zombie, so never mind. Yep, never mind. I've never ended the turn with this not having a target, seeing what it does. Not that it's a very interesting thing that it does. Okay, they're just doing this to probably scry too, that's fair. Although I would have killed my own zombie token, honestly, if I were them, because I don't bank on me ever playing creatures, even though I actually did. So they got scry too. Okay. Sure. We can draw 2 more cards, or extra cards. Opponent's still doing the old swingering there, even though it doesn't do anything. Black Cat. Okay, that's probably fine. It has to die to do its thing. That's not fine. I don't want to see that. That's actually really, really bad. That is really bad, actually. Gonti is a very good draw. I wonder if I should run a Gonti, because you don't really need it to be... Like, it's a parked removal spell, sort of. It's a 2/3 Death Touch, and at the same time replaces itself with a card that's probably very good. More often than not. I mean, there's a lot of removal spells, and those are obviously not good, but... Alright, so... these are both even, which is huge. I actually get to exile them, and they do not get to creeping and eat them. Which means they can't gain life, and they can't Castle Lockvein, they can't drain me. They can do it 1 more time. I don't have double instance for the creeping in. The spiders seem alright here from this dude, but they're not great. But I guess they're not, like... Oh, they can sacrifice it to the... Oh, yeesh. Yeesh. Alright, never mind. Opponent found a way to get that into the graveyard. That is really bad. We can draw first. Do we want to draw? I mean, we got to remember, we are against a deck that is a boatload of removals, discard spells. So, drawing on my end step seems better. I also just tapped out. I tapped off of my Mazavith on accident because it left up a colored mana, which is very depressing. They got Ignite the Beacon. Ugh. They stole my Ignite the Beacon. You gotta be kidding me. They probably have double Liliana. They probably have, like, triple Liliana. Okay, no, that's fine. Wow, that's insane. Alright, well. That kind of put this back in their favor. We were getting kind of close to just poking them to death with some spiders. But now we are nowhere near that. Sure. It's probably... I mean, it was going to die no matter what, I think. The only benefit of this is if they do tap off of this, I can finally kill it, but I don't see that happening. Wow, I really can't believe I tapped off of the mana there. That's just so bad. Like, now I have to chump block when I otherwise wouldn't have to. And I... Whoops, my phone. When I otherwise just wouldn't have to do this. Now I do. Great. Excelente. Okay. You don't get tokens back, unfortunately. They cease to exist when they leave play. And they get to conveniently leave up 4 mana. So how does... I want to put a stop here. How does this work? Phasing out until the start of their controller's next... So the start of their turn. I literally can't fracture it. And then on my turn... Yeah, that's just... Yeah. Alright, well, I'm poised into just stopping Liliana from existing. Don't really have a choice. Wait a minute. Can this... Nope, creatures. Okay, so I have to do this. If I don't do this, I'm... Oh, I guess I can do it on my turn so I don't lose one of these. That's probably kind of important. That's my only source of card draw here. I tap on my own turn, but I'm not doing anything anyway, so... Yeah, opponent has found ways to draw more than me, and it's really starting to show. I have a land. Do I draw now? What can I draw into that's any good? I don't know. Let's find out. Nothing. Alright, so we'll play this, make a zombie, and we will pass. We're ahead on the old tokens here. So as long as we stay at parity, we don't die to zombies. We are extremely low. I don't know, put it there, doesn't matter. This is not good. This is bad. Tinybones could out of nowhere kill me if they have like 12 plus 6, 18 mana. They can just be like doot doot if I have no hand, drain me for 10 out of nowhere. And they're not super far from doing that. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Actually, they can do it right now. But I have cards in hand. I gotta keep that in mind. I've killed Tinybones. Oh my god. What? 5 times? Yeah, I've killed him 5 times. What is this on? 1? Okay, so we push that off of combat. They have no creature to eat, so it's not doing anything. And I pretty much have to trade here. They get a counter on this, but it's not a... Doesn't really matter. I'm surprised they didn't draw with this, honestly. I feel like that's a good time to draw with it. Feels like it makes sense to do that. Davriel. Okay, so that can kill me. And it probably will. I'm starting to see the end here. Oh, God. So I have to somehow... That doesn't help. I have to do things here. And I need those things to be done right now. No! No, we lost. So we can... what is this? Is it... 1 or fewer? So if I don't play anything, I can keep my hand. But Davriel minus puts me to 2 cards. And then I'm dead on board. But I have to cast this to not die on board. Man, that sucks. Man. Oh, well. That was a really cool game, though. That was a cool game. There was no way to get this token to hit their Planeswalker first. So it just didn't matter. Okay, I don't see a point in doing that, but alright. Doesn't really matter. Zombies, draw, ping. Alright, well, I'm going out in style. I'm not letting them kill me. I've made it too far to die to that. I'm going out on my own terms. Or Castle Lockbang. There it is. You know what? That would have been decent, right? No, it wouldn't have, because they just keep Davriel and sacrifice the spider thing that wasn't really doing anything. It's leth. Dang it. That was a cool game, though, and it lasted like 30 minutes. Wow. I guess I won't get a lot of games in this video, but that was a cool game. They had a lot of creatures early, but they had a way to answer their own creatures so we couldn't steal value, and that's kind of the backbreaking thing they did. Well, I gotta open my Windows browser real quick. Let's see. Do we like this? Do we like what we see? Why is the enter key... My enter key is not working. Because why would it? I need an adult. Send help. Alright. Tatyova. One of my favorite cards. I don't believe I've made a commander with it yet. That's definitely on my list. I've definitely played the card, though. We have a sweeper, and this is a blue-green deck, and we have a ramp spell, so... For a second there, I spaced out and forgot what I was playing. I'm like, this hand doesn't seem great, but then I remembered I'm playing Athreos, yeah, so it's actually pretty decent. We're playing Athreos, and our opponent is playing this, so this is a good spot to be in. Always lead with the most color options. I don't feel like this is doing anything next turn, so I'd like to get the treasure map in play as early as possible. Does that make any sense? I feel like it doesn't make sense. We miss out on the instant, you know, 1 mana here, but next turn I can play a land and still do this. And I'm not exactly going to do this on my own upkeep right now. So, all right, you may play a land from your hand. Sure. It's kind of like a very bad Azusa, but the second part's decent. I would like to wait another turn to get more value off of this, and I would really like to play my commander before I even do either of those things. So we doing black or we doing white? We're doing black. Play this. I could still kill this. Maybe it makes sense to kill this if it's their only ramp spell. And I mean, early removal for early creatures feels good. I just don't... I feel like if the longer it goes on, the better for us. So if we stop them from ramping, cheesing out some nonsense, we're in a good spot. I've been wrong before. Okay, they had a ramp spell anyways. Does this land come in tapped? It does. Okay, so it was kind of one or the other. We didn't necessarily take them off of anything. I'm trying to order food before I die. Before the place that I order food at closes, I should say. This is a turn where your opponent has no creatures in play. This is alright. Like, I play this. They can't play their commander next turn. But even if they do play their commander next turn, I can still instantly kill it. And I would still like to scry, so... Ooh, spicy. No, we're not doing it. I have never cast that card yet, I don't think. Don't think I've ever cast that. My enter key is not working. It's not working. Which is weird, because it was working a second ago. Maybe it finally gave out. Keyboard is kind of old. Really? It's not working? It was working against the Tinybones player, I'm pretty sure. That's some tripping. Oh, keyboard at all. My keyboard's just not working. Really? Is numlock on? No, it's just not working. Oh no. Send help. Oh, is it really just not working at all? At all? Is it still? It's still plugged in. Oh, dude, you gotta be kidding me. Really? Man. That's kind of problematic. I can't punch in my phone number. Do I want this? I feel like it's the best card in my deck. Because it's every card at once. I can cast it. It's not a land, though. I'd want a land. I feel like we have time, though. I feel like we have time. Well, sorry, opponent. I can't auto-pass. Wow, my keyboard is dead. Which wire is it? Is it this one? Having technical difficulties, excuse me. It is the far left one, so if I pull that... Oh god. What did I just do? Did something break? No? Okay. I reinserted it, and it is still broke. Oh, it had to be a Field of Ruin. Oh, it shuffles away my card, too. Wow, that was, like, the best thing. If our opponent paid attention, now we scryed. I feel like they want to Field of Ruin right now. It also gives them instant value twice with Tatyova. Okay, that gives them infinite value with Field of Ruin, so I kind of have to blow up the board right now. I think I was going to do that anyways. This isn't a giant, is it? No? Alright. Boop. Is there a clickable keyboard? So I can punch in the 4 numbers here? Are you serious? I guess I'm using the... I guess I'm just doing it with my phone. My keyboard actually died. Wow. That sucks. Or it's broken. Or something. Of the sort. Really put our opponent in the tank here. Nylea's intervention for 8 lands. Uh-oh. Alright, well, unfortunately, we're dealing with Field of the Dead. Really didn't want to do that, but I don't have a choice. Well, I do have a choice. I can always concede. Yeah, my keyboard's not working. That's unfortunate. At this point, I feel like we should scoop. I don't feel like... Okay, I don't know why our opponent played that. Oh, because they don't want to discard, right? Infinite hand size and all that. Seems kind of weird, but sure. Alright, well, we get what we want finally, which is tutoring. And I feel like I'm going to tutor a land after all that jargon. Yeah, probably going to tutor a land. At least that land can be Field of the Dead. I could get, like, Kaya? No, that doesn't seem right. Obliterator? Hard for them to deal with, maybe? But then again, they probably don't care. Honestly, I'd probably take Field of the Dead. If I take a permanent, I'd like it to be a permanent that I'm not super upset gets stolen by Agent of Treachery, which I feel like is going to happen. Where is my Field? There it is. Scry now, get some treasures. That is really good. We have full health. I think Bolas' Citadel, this is as good as it's going to get. Numlock? Wait, Numlock works. The Numlock key works. Oh my god, it works. Come on, come on. Oh, yes. They closed in like they stopped taking orders after a certain time, like when it gets too late. I was right at the edge of it. But we made it. Okay, so at this point, oh god. This is another matchup. Atherios actually isn't doing anything. Do I take a turn off, give them some value from this? I feel like if they cast a big ramp spell, they're going to draw a bunch of cards, but they already have a bunch of cards in hand. They have a card draw here, they have card draw here. They have a man land I can't deal with effectively. I feel like keeping this in play for a turn is kind of fine, and I just want to put this here. Oh god. Oh, oh god. I almost cried. It looked like there was going to be a like a Tail's End or something. Oh, jeez. I forgot we're playing against a blue deck. Oh, what? Ah, man. Alright, well, we're not going to ever activate this, so. Oh, is it an Explorer, maybe? I guess I'm going to kill Tatyova and... yeah, you know what? Boop. Oh, I have to sacrifice the stupid... Yeah, fine. Down some value, but that's alright. They are green, so they have naturalize effects. Unfortunate, but... oh well. Ballistic Citadel played a land. That's what it did. So we didn't lose any life on it, at least. And if they do blow it up, we 1-for-1 them, I guess. That's one way to look at it. They've seen 10 more cards than us, though. Please play Tatyova again, and then do nothing. Draw 2 off of your Fabled Passage with the Tatyova. Oh, they're not going for Tatyova. Okay. Alright, what is this? It could be Ulamog at this point, right? Yep, it could be Ulamog. What up, Braid? Catching the end here. I might do one more match, because I think I only got 3 in. One of them was ridiculously long. Alright, yeah, there goes our Fill the Dead. But we do not draw a land now, hopefully. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. I'll just get a snow land for Faceless Haven. I wonder if they can beat... a deck like this could beat the Faceless Haven Book of Exalted Deeds. Alright, this is an instance we're not super scared of this, because it doesn't immediately do anything. Oh, no, it kills Bolas' Citadel, actually. It kills Bolas' Citadel. Alright, so that... yeah, now I am scared. I have no way to incur value. It does shut down Athreos, but they don't care. They just don't want me to do anything. That's totally reasonable. Hand is terrible. I have no answer to this. If I play this and it dies, I didn't do anything. I could play this first, so when this does die, I can get it back. It really... I don't have a way to get this to hit this, though. Like, I play it, and then they play literally anything and block it. Like a land. So it doesn't actually close out the Ujin. But Ujin isn't doing much. Lightning bolting me every turn is fine. Yikes. Alright, we're going to play a land. We're going to kick this. Right? Is there a reason not to kick this? Can't do anything else next to it that I want to do. Fine. I could have played this now and then turned them off of ever doing anything this... Oh, you've been keeping up on the YouTube channel? Nice. Yeah, post my list there. The view duration is on average is like 16 minutes, which is probably people that just like looking at the deck and then grazing through maybe like how games end or something. I can't see. It would be nice to see a heat map of like where people watch the video, but it's safe to assume it's the beginning and maybe the end where they like go over the deck and not much in between, because people... so long as they can make the deck, would just play it themselves and just see the list or something like that. When I used to... ooh, is that good? Let's say when I used to stream before, like super competitive, people like to watch a bit more, which makes sense, right? Because not a lot of people do the super competitive thing. Yeah, like and subscribe, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can do this for 10. And it's discard or pay life. If I do that, I cannot do anything turn after because Vorniclist shuts down my lands. I could just play this now. I feel like that's fine. Yeah, this seems alright. This seems alright. So I can play this. Yes, no one cares. And then I can play Athreos. I don't put an artifact counter on anything. And then I play this. And then I can steal Vorniclix. I mean, it's not great, like, at all, but I can do it. Boop! Alright, so next turn we... This is indestructible, so that's huge. So even if they do kill my scriptures, I can still blow up the board. I can't blow it up next turn because my lands are broken. Alright, so them playing that means they absolutely have an answer to this scripture. Because otherwise it really wouldn't make a lot of sense. They have an answer to Atherios? Are you serious? Oh, God. Are we dead? 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's lame. River's Rebuke, dude, I swear. I'm starting to see this card more and more recently. I don't know why. Ever since that one game where it was the only thing our opponent could possibly have. I think I was playing Squirrels. It was the only thing they could ever have that would do anything, and they had it. Wow, we actually have not won a game. We have not won a single game yet. To be fair, we've only played 3, but or 4. No, I think that was the 3rd game. Was that the 3rd game or the 4th game? Either way, it doesn't matter. We have not won a game with this. This feels probably way worse than Kaya. Just it comes in one turn later, and it doesn't give you immediate value. You cannot immediately use it like you can Kaya. Starting to really notice that here. Kaya's just faster, and they're somewhat similar. I mean, this steals stuff. The other one doesn't necessarily do that. Have to name white, right? Yeah, have to name white. Alright, we're against the enchantment thing. That's unfortunate. Thoughtseize is good, but I kind of want to Mind Stone first, because I can't exactly Thoughtseize their play next turn at all. Okay, that's the land thing, sure. Okay, they didn't go for it, so I guess I could have Thoughtseized their play. I guess I can Thoughtseize their next one. Conquer's Death is an answer to my thing. This doesn't do anything. This draws a bunch of cards, which is kind of annoying. I feel like I want to take this. It's the only thing they can play right now that draws. Because them Conquer's Deathing Athreos seems kind of fine to me, because I can always recast it. Yeah, and they're far away from it. Let's just take the thing they can play right now. I am not interested in cracking Mind Stone for the foreseeable future. It is land, right? Yeah, it's just land. This does not draw scary cards, just lands. Alright, that was a huge draw. I actually get to cast a sweeper now. Of these, I think this one's better because they can't regenerate anything. Wait, what does this do? Okay, so that will immediately pick up the enchantment that goes to graveyard. And I can't stop it. Lame, yeah. They get to pick up their little 1/1 thing. I guess that's a reason to thought. Well, no, actually, anything I take with Thoughtseize, they can pick it up. That didn't matter. Please replay your commander. Make me a happy person. Nice. Nice. Ooh. Spot removal. You know what? They have a couple planeswalkers. Maybe I want to just use this or this. This is probably the worst of all of them. This is an even? Yeah, let's just even out the board state. All right, let's win a game. Let's turn this around. Baneslayer, spicy. Alright, so if I do this, they're just going to pay 9 life and laugh at me. I think I'm fine with just Vraska's contempting that. Alternatively, I could just literally take 5. They play a land, and then they play their commander and I Wrath of God. Kind of hoping they do everything... yeah, okay. You always want to do stuff post-combat, because otherwise I might just kill this. And like right now, I might just kill this and then deal damage first. They did not play their commander. They did not play land. They did not play this to reanimate anything. They want full value off of this. They don't want to just tax me and then reanimate something. Take note of that. So I guess I'm going to just take care of this Baneslayer if they're not doing anything else. I mean, they just completely skipped their turn. They didn't even play this on a land and cycle it. Like, I don't even know if I agree with that. I feel like at this point you don't... like, you don't want to skip a turn in this format for any reason. Like, you want to do something. I think it makes sense to just cycle that here. It's a little greedy to wait. Because now, next turn, if I just go for Athreos, you're not even going for your commander again. And I drew a discard spell, which is actually huge. I get to take the Conqueror's Death. Oh, what is this? Enchanted player controls lose all abilities, 1/1s. Okay. So, I don't really have any creatures, and I have a couple planeswalkers, I guess. This doesn't matter. Yeah, we're just going to take... I have answers to this. I could just always recast my commander, right? It's not the end of the world if they take it with this. But it slows me down a bit, and just like I was saying, there is merit in not being slowed down a bunch, like our opponent slowed themselves down. Yikes, that was a really good draw. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, alright, well, they found what they were looking for. They found a reason to put my money where my mouth is and not cast all these stuff earlier, and now it's going to do something. That's really bad. Alright, yep, I mean, yep, just doing this. It's funny, the one creature I can target here can actually sacrifice itself in response. Okay, they didn't do it, so I will get it when it dies. If they ever sacrifice it now, I get it immediately. Oh, they went for their commander. Oh, right, it draws a card. Gotcha, right. Right. As we learned, there's no reason to wait to put a counter on this, as it will just go to their command zone. Heliod is a decent draw. Not the best draw, but it's alright. I get to steal their little 1/1. And I get to put a counter on it again. Their protection's kind of cool, but I'm not giving anything protection. It's only creatures, right? Oh, no, you can give an enchantment protection. I can actually protect my enchantments from an O-ring. That's actually really funny. Having no answer to this, and having no ability to discard it, this is probably just going to solo us. Like, what do we do? Every time they cast a spell, they draw a card. I can't keep up. It makes this a bad card. This is not great here. Yep, this is probably over. They're just going to run away with the game. I can give this lifelink, I guess. Make it grow slowly. Not much. I don't know. Let's scry first. Oh, wait. They have a... Can they sacrifice this at any time? No, it costs 5 mana. Okay, so they can't surprise wolf me. I'm going to scry now. Maybe I draw something. Alright, that is an answer. Not a great one, but... Give this lifelink. Swing for 1. Put a counter on it. Put another coin counter on it, so when it dies, I get it back twice. Doubly. Shall I? Okay, that is fine. So we just really want Cleansing Nova. But I think the damage is done. I think the damage is done. I just like what it... Yeah, I don't think we're scared of this, honestly. Which is a good thing to not be scared of. But, yeah, this is gonna just... This is over. Right, like I can Cleansing Nova next turn. That seems like it's just like it's too late. I might as well go for it though, right? What else am I doing? They basically played their commander, except it wasn't a creature, in the form of that enchantment that draws cards. I could exile it right now with this, right? That seems fine. Seems alright, but no, let's do this and pass. I can't activate abilities that are not mana abilities, so the treasure map is offline. Helion's life link is offline. I can't crack Mind Stone. What are they waiting for? Looked like they were thinking about cracking this. You might as well wait till you draw. There's no reason not to just wait before you do this. Yep. I doubt I will be Teferi. Well, I might. Let's not auto pass. I might end up casting this. I don't feel like I will, but you never know. I don't know what our opponent could do that would make me feel like I have to cast this. Yeah, if they mana tithe it, dude, I'll scoop. They mana tithe this. Fortunately, they cannot mana tithe this. That would be funny, though. That'd be really funny. Maybe I should run mana tithe, just get them good. No one plays around it. I don't think it ever makes sense to play around it. Yep. Now they're drawing 2 cards per enchantment. I cannot stop that. Nyx Flace Ram, feeling spicy. Alright. Fortunately, the cards they're drawing are not, like, destroying my soul. Alright, we survived with our stuff intact. No O-rings. I doubt our opponent is playing Cleansing Nova. That wouldn't really make a lot of sense. That would be funny. They cast Cleansing Nova, naming artifacts and enchantments. And then they just, like, sleep emoji themselves and scoop. No Field of the Dead and no Reliquary Tower. This would be a deck. If there was a deck that ran Reliquary Tower, it would definitely be this. This is a commander I'm not actually interested at all in playing. I don't know. I just it's not my kind of deck. I guess it is a sort of non-creature-esque, and you do just draw a ton of cards and drown your opponent in so much value. You just expect most people to scoop by that point, and they probably do. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not big on it. So we're gonna blow up our own stuff here. Is there anything I can do before that? No, not really. Just tap that. Tap this for white. We gotta. I mean, I gotta do this. I have to do it. I have to. They are tapped out. They can't do anything about this. Yeah. Opponent says nice. Alright. Sure. So we get that back. And we pass. We can put a coin counter on this because this already has one. This costs 10 mana. 5. They have the mana to do it. But I feel like they want to do anything else. They've drawn a third of their deck. And we haven't seen something that's like very bad. Alright, we can beat that. I can beat that. Yeah, you get a bunch of 4/4s, but it's not over. Nettle Cyst. What on earth is this? Each artifact and or enchantment. Okay, that is really weird. They have hexproof, so I cannot settle them. That is very unfortunate. This is probably the only card in their deck that does that. Oh, they have hexproof, man. No. How close am I to 1, 2, 3, 4? Almost can make this a thing, but I'm dying in the air. Teferi's Protection probably has to be a thing. Can I cast this and survive? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're exactly lethal in play. And if I did do this for 1, 2, 3, 4, they would just pay 12 life and laugh at me. So we cannot do a single thing except put another coin counter on Shalai. Wow, the one card we could not blow up was actually very good against us here. We cannot settle the wreckage. Wow, that's so unfortunate. Like, the one permanent I literally kept them with, and I can't do anything about it. And it's gonna turn this around here. Or prevent us from stabilizing, I should say. Okay, why are these only 2/2s? Wow, they only own 2 enchantments in play. Wow, okay. That's actually quite surprising. Does this keep me alive? Well, excuse me, this. This is 4... 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, nope. Okay, fine. I could have just Castle Lockveined, make a token, blocked this, went to like 1 or something. I don't know, I don't think it matters. Okay, so now we do the same thing. Send a message, put another coin counter on Shalai. Oh, why does this have to be this sweeper? Please. I hate this card. I hate it so much. I hate you, Settle. Okay, no enchantments, just doing the same thing again. That's fine, but this time we can make a token and, again, not die. I guess. I think. Yeah. It is the only thing I can do. So I will do it. We might be dead. I didn't do the math. I literally can't do anything else anyways. Sacrificing this doesn't make any sense. I might as well gain 1 life instead of just giving this token protection for no reason. Well, there is kind of a reason. I can give it protection, put a counter or enchantment. Okay, sure. I can give the token protection and it would survive a turn cycle and I wouldn't immediately die. Okay, so I found an answer to Shalai, but I'm 1 mana short from casting this. Oh! If we had a land, we could kill Shalai here and then... Dang it. And then have an answer. Well, opponent, I don't know why you say this is a good game. I don't know if this is a good game yet. Put a coin counter here. It's the only thing that when it dies I get back, right? I don't know if I don't know. I kind of forgot Athreos was going to be a creature, actually. I forgot that was going to happen. Completely forgot, actually. Good news. Please don't have... Okay. Pacifism. Sure. Alright. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, they get to activate 2 lands, though. Yikes. Okay. So we crack... Oh. Okay. Alright. So we do this. Protection from white. Pacifism falls off. Oh, it... Oh, it has protection from white. I can't even put the Helion lifelink on it, dude. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Let's take a step back. I forgot I needed full devotion for this. I forgot it was going to turn on, and I forgot it would turn off when I sacrificed my thing. Did I mess up at any point and not put a counter on that? Did I not put a counter? Did I? That last turn... I'm going to go back and look. If I had a coin on this... Let's just... Oh, it's the... If I had a coin on this... And I just sacrificed it, like I just did. It comes back. I have devotion again. This has protection from white. I give this lifelink. I block the angel... Or no, correction. I blocked these 2. I gain 4 life up to 6, still die. So I block here and here, doesn't really matter. I take 6, gain 4 life, and I still die because 4 lifelink. Now, if I put this counter here, it was alive. I'd give it would be a 5/8. I'd block. I'd still survive. Right? I would. Yeah. Also, no, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because I'm miscounting this. This would be in play. This would have to literally be alive for this to have devotion be alive. So the coin counter comes back, and that's an additional blocker. So it could block here. I could block the trample with this. Block there. I think I legit could have survived that. I'm not sure where I put this last Athreos token. Oh, I put it here. Why did I put it here and not on my... Ooh, I feel... Okay. Alright. I really think there was a way to not die from there. Those were some interesting games. I'm not going to lie. Those are some interesting games. Those are some long games. I did not win a single game, but I did like playing this deck. I played against things that weren't, like, egregious either. Like, we played games and we kind of had back and forth stuff, you know? There was no out-of-control, busted cards doing anything that I didn't want to have happen. So, yeah. I mean, the deck list will be in the description below. That was a fun deck to play, but I don't think it's as good as Kaya. But, there's someone at my door. No, there's no one at my door. Thought I heard knocking or something, but no. Yeah, that was a fun deck to play. Let's see, what did we like, what did we not like? Settle the Wreckage could probably be another more straightforward sweeper. I don't even think I have all of the board wipes. This could just be one of the other ones. Even Ritual of Soot, there are some black ones. It could just be a spot removal spell too, honestly, you know. I never drew Swords to Plowshares. I had Mastermind's Acquisition, and every time I cast it, I'm pretty sure I got Feel the Dead once, but every other time it was just Cleansing Nova, because that wound up being pretty good. Like I said, the other game, when I was playing Magda, you really do want a ton of naturalize effects in this format. It seems as though it is slowly becoming more and more commonplace to have a ton of artifacts and enchantments sitting around in play, and there are some of them that you want to answer. Universal answers like Vindicate are obviously better, but I don't even know if Vindicate's in this game. I don't think Vindicate is in this game. That is not how you spell that. It is not. Vindicate is not in the game. I didn't think so. You do have, like, Despark. Well, not Despark. Vanishing Verse, which is kind of like a Vindicate, sort of, sometimes. Not really, but, you know. Probably wanted a little bit more removal. I did expect Heliod and Athreos to never become creatures, but it's never impossible, and I still think this is decent. Maybe Heliod isn't the best one to... Like, if you have a bunch of Planeswalkers in play and he becomes a 5/5 indestructible, it's like, oh, that's great, but I'm not really gaining a bunch of life outside of his own ability, and I don't have a bunch of creatures of my own for him to perpetually grow. Like, I have to steal something. This is like a step 4, step 5 of the Atherios doing things chain, and I don't think it's great. It probably doesn't belong in here. I just like to stay on theme, because they're all from, like, the same set, right? Like, the artifact indestructible things. Honestly, the black one, Erebos, is kind of in the same boat, where it's not doing anything in a deck with few creatures, because I can't use his ability to pay life and draw. And I can't sacrifice creatures to kill other creatures, although I don't see myself ever doing that part. This belongs maybe in the Squirrels or Tokens deck, right? But if you have Creature Light deck, it's not doing anything. And I don't have enough... And if you have Devotion, you probably are already winning, because you have, like, 3 Planeswalkers sitting in play. But I don't know. Let me know what I could do to do things different. It's lasted a long time, but it was fun to play, I will admit. Just probably in a slower format, like 4-player Commander, you know, where you don't immediately, you're not the only thing that someone is trying to kill. There's other things going on, and you can just sort of put coin counters around. But on one commander, ooh, I don't know. Thanks for watching. I know it's 90 minutes. But yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.